Hey everybody, the Johnny Cage here, welcoming you back to some more of Let's Play Lufia 2. Last time we left off, us and our ragtag group of heroes are on a mission to get some pretty flowers. But first, Resident Evil Hounds. Actually, this is a really good area to level up because they have blue cores here, which will easily escape from battle, but if you manage to get one and kill one, they'll give you 11,111 experience. I know, all ones. Kind of a strange number, but an extremely awesome place to do some level grinding if you want to, and I highly recommend it because I always highly recommend it, and we are getting to closer and closer to the 3/4 mark of the game. You're just going to want to be stronger in general. Enemies and bosses are going to start to really pick up, and we found the hammer! Dun dun dun! So what does the hammer do? Well, the pillars movable by hand can be moved by your hammer. This lets you move pillars far away. There are rocks and walls that can be broken by the hammer as well. So the hammer can essentially be used as an arrow to paralyze enemies, and oh my god, there's a bunch of gnomes! Anyhow, it can be used like an arrow to paralyze enemies, but it can also be used like a bomb to bust out walls. And gnomes, wow, are they not the most non-threatening looking enemy we've run into so far? I've got to say, maybe they're underpants gnomes? Perhaps? Maybe they're David the Gnome? Maybe they're his cousins? Does anyone remember the show David the Gnome even? I think it was like back in like the late 80s, early 90s on like Nickelodeon or maybe Nick Jr. Just about some gnome who looked a lot like the Travelocity gnome, by the way. I think there's a conspiracy there. And I think he just went around helping normal people. I really don't know what he did. Beats me. Anyhow, they can summon up some Earth Vipers as well, which were really enemies that we fought way back in the day, so don't worry about them anymore. One enemy that looks very menacing is this crow kelp here, but as you might imagine, they are plants, and plants are normally quite susceptible to fire. Fireballs in this case. And iron fists! Well, kind of susceptible to iron fists, still did a lot of damage. But anyhow, these guys, despite how menacing they are in their appearance and size, not too hard to take out. They have approximately 350 HP, and if you run into a battle with them, just have Selen cast Fireball and have your guys beat them to death. So here's our first chance to use the hammer. Now if you go back to previous dungeons where there were paths that were blocked by those rocks there, you can go through those paths now and get items that may or may not be useful to you. I'm gonna pass on it for now. And we reached... oh, what? We got surprise attack there? Oh, ridiculous. Oh, and bolted. So here are the necromancers, who are pretty cool looking enemies. I don't know why, I just like their sprites. They kind of look like I would imagine a necromancer to look like. But they can be really troubling. They do the bolt attack, as you saw there. They can also use the move Perish, which targets everyone in your party and has a very small chance of instantly killing them. So you could have your whole party wiped out here on a pretty easy enemy. But hopefully that won't happen, and chances are that it won't, but you never know. Freak accidents do occur. Moving right along, we get to this strange kind of puzzle-ish room, but there's no point to this at all. It's a very strange room. Unless there's a secret there I don't know, you can completely skip that. And just make your way up here through the staircase, and you will run into another crow kelp, probably, because they are one of those enemies that just loves to get in your face, loves to make your path towards the pretty flowers more difficult than it has to be. And speaking of flowers, we haven't seen a single flower since we've been on here, and the place is called Flower Mountain. You know, it's like, geez, you didn't put any thought into that at all, did you? But, oh well. To each their own, I suppose. And let's stick to the left side for now. The right side will obviously advance us further, but we need to go to the left and then drop down to the left here, and as you may have noticed, there's the obligatory blue treasure chest, which has the key that we will need in it. And we find another enemy, flying enemy. I don't know what to make of this guy. Tengu? I don't even know what he resembles. He almost looks like a sunburnt Middle Eastern guy wearing a turban that has wings. And he's carrying something in his hand that I don't even know. Maybe it's a gobstopper or something. Like one of those weird gobstoppers from Willy Wonka. You ever had like an actual gobstopper and it's just circular? But the ones in Willy Wonka are like these weird kind of crystal shapes. I don't know. I kind of want to try one of those gobstoppers though. So anyhow, making our way through some spike puzzles. No big deal here, just had to find the correct path, and we'll get a life potion for our troubles. This is actually a pretty good time to go through and give Selen back some MP. But first, who needs a life? Selen? Yeah, it kind of goes without saying that she does. Oh, and I got some speed potions and a brave that I haven't used. Well, We'll use the speed potions for right now. How about one for everyone, and one more for Johnny, because I'm awesome. And let's see, magic jars partially restores MP. Oh wow, by partially they mean very partially. 8 MP per jar, jeez. Alright, damn. I was doing a little bit of level grinding before this and totally forgot to go to the inn before I started the recording, so oh well, you gotta make do with what you got. So the other thing you want to do in this room is come up around, not there, there, that's the spot, and use the hammer, blow out the wall over there, and then you can come back on down, and you may notice that other door over there. And the funny thing about this room is that if you approach it from this side, the spikes will come up differently, which means that you will be able to access the blown out wall and the staircase. It's just a little tricky to figure out exactly how to get where you want to go. And in the treasure chest, we got a snake rock. Yeah, snake rock. It's alright. It gives you an IP technique that hits all enemies, which is kind of useful. I mean, I wouldn't recommend selling any rings or rocks. They are particularly useful at one point or another, but some of them you get a lot of. You just find them off of enemies, sometimes randomly, but we'll get more on that later on, I suppose, as we get closer to the end of the game. So let's go up this direction, shall we? And, increase our, I believe that's the MP to full. And this room has a bunch of fall-through areas, so you want to fall through that one in particular. Grab yourself the Burn Sword, which is a great weapon for Maxim, and lots of enemies. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. There are so many enemies in here. Flower Key, yay! Of course, we're getting flowers, Flower Mountain. It only makes sense it's a Flower Key, right? This dungeon, or I should say mountain really, it's not too much more difficult than any one that we've been through before, but there are lots of monsters. There are rooms where you just get tons of monsters, and just, I don't know, do your best to avoid them. Like I mentioned on the overworld, they have those blue cores, really good enemies to level off of, so I would recommend do your leveling there, and just try to ignore as many of these guys as you can, because as you might imagine, there will be a boss at the end, and, well, I won't get into too much of the boss right now. Let's just kill these crow kelp dudes for right now and move right along. So this time we'll be going to the right, and if we go further to the right here, there will be the door with for the key. But what's down here? Oh, okay, see, down here is the other side of the puzzle. I mean, maybe you can fall down one of those areas and it takes you to some sort of secret treasure chest I don't know about, but oh well, forget about it. This puzzle, whenever you step on a space, the spikes come up and you can't step on the same space twice. So that's what you want to do for the first switch. For the second switch, you do pretty much the same thing, sticking to the outside. And then the third switch is actually just a bonus. But you go up here, go through the portal, takes it back, and then if you unlock the third one, you can bash through this wall, and you will be rewarded with a dragon egg! And while I probably won't do much with the dragon stuff, it's still nice to get. We also get a flying axe, which sounds particularly brutal, and a power ring, which sounds particularly generic. But anyhow, it's actually a pretty useful weapon, the flying axe. You want to equip that to Guy, and it does more damage against flying enemies, which is definitely a plus. It's also more powerful in general. And at this point I'm going to equip the Burn Sword to Johnny, because I kind of forgot to do that, and it will come in handy very much later on, because it has, a fire elemental to it. Also give him the power ring while we're at it. It's a small stat boost. Nothing special, but nothing too bad either. Come up along this way, and we will merge out back onto the top of the mountain. We'll bring out our Link's hook shot real quick, and jump across here, and we get, what's that? A new capsule monster? Radisher joins the party! Well, with a name like that, I could only name this guy after one person and one person only, and that is my good friend and fellow LPer Turnips Bro Radish. Unfortunately, I only have 5 character slots to work with, so we'll just call him Rad. That will do. So anyhow, I suppose next time we'll be leveling him up. He's the Earth Elemental capsule monster, by the way. He's got a radish kick. I'm sure it's pretty intense. But right now we'll stick to G-Gen. So get him some more levels and give him some more screen time, because he deserves it. Most of the capsule monsters are really good. I'm not a big fan of the light one, Beeve, the angel. It's because it doesn't have many really useful offensive techniques and tends to heal when it's not necessary. Let's try to avoid these guys if we can. Get around to the locked door, use the flower key on it, and necromancers! Let's try to get out of the way of those. Run through here, and Okay, can I make it? Alright, we're back. Take out this crow kelp. Try to avoid him. What? I was on the stairs. How did that guy get me? How is the crow kelp so fast? Look at it. It's gigantic. Oh, Iron Fist. And a fireball. Luckily, they're easy to take out. I guess I can't complain too much. And boom! 476 with the burn sword. Shows just how strong that is against plant-type enemies, and we will be using that against the boss quite a bit. Here are some more necromancers. 4 of them. This could be trouble. Use Blizzard and oh, well, Sonic Blast. This is G-Gen's ultimate move. Very powerful. Takes them all out in one shot. Very nice, very nice. Mind Potion for our troubles, and a level up for G-Gen. Awesome. Let's see if we can avoid these guys down here. Oh, whoa, he teleported right on top of me. Alright, let's just give him the same old, huh? Oh, in my haste, I accidentally only targeted 3 of them with Blizzard. Oh, well, shouldn't really be any matter, right? We should be fine. Oh, well, doesn't do much damage at all. There's 1 down. And there's 2 down. Calls companions. Oh, no, the return of the rapist skeletons. Oh, and perish. Oh, no. Oh, gosh, please. Please don't let this do anything. Missed everyone but Guy. Oh, man. It actually worked? That's ridiculous. That never works. Ugh. Alright. So Guy's dead, so we'll bring him back to life. You can either use the magic called Rally, or you can use an item like Miracle, which I wouldn't recommend. I'm going to use a Regain item. When the item's description says restores fighter's status, fighter power, that pretty much means that it brings him back to life. It's kind of vague, and it took me a while to figure that out. Oh, not perish again, no! Oh, jeez. Okay, good. Missed everyone this time. But it took me a while to kind of figure out that restoring fight power meant that it brings people back to life, and I don't know, just the terminology, I'd never heard that in any other game, so keep that in mind if you're playing along with me or going to play this in the future. Alright, so there's some stronger, boom, probably focus on the necromancers, these skeletons, I mean, and ghouls too. Oh, 2 ghouls, jeez. Yeah, the skeletons and ghouls you should be able to take out no problem now. I would just focus on the necromancer. The last thing we need is like Johnny to die. I would rather save his IP because the boss is right around the corner, and now Guy has no IP, so he's not going to be super amazing in the boss fight, but it's alright. We shall prevail. Alright, right out this door, and we come to a little area to heal up a bit. Let's heal up item-wise too. They gave us back all of our HP, so we're actually fine. That was the HP one. I thought that was the MP symbol, but I don't know. I get them both confused so easily. Anyhow, I think we're ready. Let's set out for... Oh, wait, there's actually one more thing that I've got to do I kind of forgot about, was my capsule monsters. I'm going to switch G-Gen out for SW2KX just because this boss is very susceptible to fire, and hopefully the Firebird will come in handy here. So here we go, the Rogue Rose, as it's called. Oh, wait, Rogue Flower, not Rogue Rose. With Johnny, if you have the Burn Sword, definitely use Firestorm. It is ridiculously powerful. With Selene, we'll just stick to the Fireball right now. Don't underestimate this boss, though. It looks really simple, really small. It's a dying rose for all intents and purposes. Oh, thanks a lot, SW2KX doing nothing special there. But look at that, 132 damage. Don't take this guy for granted. He will run all over you if you do. So if you think you can just go in here powering over him, not using strategy, you're going to be in for a rude awakening, probably. He has quite a bit of HP, too. Probably somewhere between 2,500 and 3,000 HP. So it's a bit of a fight, even though we are putting up really good numbers. Look at that. I'm in trouble. I'm level 53. That's not supposed to happen. But anyhow, we've got Selene filling in for healer duties. Johnny the healer, no longer. Now back to Johnny the fighter full-time. I like it better that way. Oh, come on, Firebird! Oh, 508. Awesome. So there you go. Pretty easy fight if you exploit the fire weaknesses. I highly recommend you do. Couple level ups all around. And what do we have over here? Isn't this the flower Lufia was looking for? It's a giant flower, I thought. But it's so pretty. This has got to be the one. Alright, let's bring it back. It's the pretty flower! That's almost as triumphant as when we got the magical bikini. Anyhow, let's escape on out of here. Actually, you know what? Even better than escaping out of here, let's warp back to town. I mean, the town is right over there, but why deal with the monster battles if we don't have to? And we're back in Trio Duel. Let's go to the little shack, the little flower shack. Help out Ares. I mean, Lufia. Lufia, wake up! I had a good rest. Good morning. Here you are. This flower, the one I saw. Good, so this was the right one. Please let me buy this flower. I'm not rich, but I'll give you all I have. We brought this flower back for you. Are you giving this to me? Yes. Will you accept it? Of course, but are you sure? If you plant this and make more, you can sell them at a good price. Oh, we've got tons of money. I don't know how to take care of flowers. Anyway, besides, this one will be happier with you. Oh, thank you so much. I'll take good care of it. If you grow a lot of them, would you give me one? Of course. By the way, what's this flower called? I don't think it has a name yet. I have an idea. Would you name it? Me? Well, let's see. How about Prifia? Prifia! That sounds really lovely. Yes, that's it. I'm glad you like it. Selling, we should be going. Alright, we've got to go. I hope you and your Prifia grows 1,000-fold. You and your Prifia. No, just the flower, not her. We don't need to attack with the giant lady, I suppose. I'll grow thousands of them and show everyone in the world how beautiful it is. Alright, guys, well, we did our flower task. And we got a capsule monster out of it, so I guess it wasn't all bad. So I wonder if Lexus has finally finished our ship now. You know? And speaking of the capsule monster, next time I'm going to level him up to his 4th evolution already, and we'll be playing a little bit around with him. Oh, there's Lexus down there. I have a feeling that our boat might be ready. Awesome. Well, that is it for this episode, guys. This has been the Johnny Cage. Please subscribe, like, and comment. I really, really appreciate it. And I will talk to all of you tomorrow.